Hey, this is Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z. You're listening and watching Geekdom 101. And if you haven't already subscribed, then look at these links and do so.
So regardless of the content of the story of Dragon Ball Super Episode 114, the consensus among the fandom, pretty much everyone I've talked to, has been how amazing the episode looked. Episode 114 was one of the most beautifully animated episodes we've seen in Super. The fight scenes looked great. The actual art in the episode looked fantastic. The shading and all this stuff. And we're going to discuss that here on this video. We're going to talk about a great man who has finally arrived in Dragon Ball Super on a pale horse with a grand sword, here to make the episodes better. We're talking about Yuya Takahashi. We're going to tell you exactly why this episode looks so great, and a little bit of insight to the animation of Super Episode 114. Joining me on this video, a man who needs no introduction, but if you are new to my channel, maybe you don't know about his yet, he is the most knowledgeable English-speaking production analyst in our community. That's a big praise right there. Most knowledgeable English-speaking one, and I want you to pause the video right now, click the link down below to his channel, and subscribe to his channel so you can learn all about how Dragon Ball Super is created behind the scenes. The animation, the staff, the production, little things like that that nobody else really covers this in-depth. Please welcome back Anime AJ.
Hi. One of these days I'm just going to make a montage of all of those intros and that's going to be my intro. Rather than getting people to animate stuff for me, it's just going to be you speaking over like blank text.
and lots of trumpets and horns playing in the background.
Hell yeah. Air horns, hit marker sounds, you know how it is.
Right, Kikuchi style. So we're talking about Yuya Takahashi. Now, without going into details of too much here, we knew that Takahashi was on his way to Super shortly before the special had aired, episode 109 and 110, and it was a very exciting time. You told me about Takahashi, and I, because you know the names better than I do, so I looked him up a little bit to see what he's done, and Takahashi has a tremendous resume. He's done a lot of films. He's worked on, a little bit of Dragon Ball, not too much though. He's worked on a lot of Fairy Tail, One Piece, and we're talking about some of the films too, like the really high quality stuff. The dude's been around for a while, but he's not that old. He's kind of a young guy, and he's coming into Dragon Ball Super now, and we were very excited about this episode, and he delivered, I think, leaps and bounds above what we expected. Would you agree with that? And where would you rank this among the best animated Super episodes?
Oh yeah, I mean it blew my mind. I think obviously he's worked on Dragon Ball before, but it's always been under Tadayoshi Yamamuro, so he was either corrected to kind of look like the modern Dragon Ball that we're used to, or he was just sticking to the design sheets because that's what everyone else was doing. I wasn't really expecting him to turn up and just deliver the most old school looking episode that I think Dragon Ball has seen since GT. I mean, it was unbelievable. I think in terms of how it stacks up against the other episodes in the series, I said this in my own breakdown, I think as far as the actual movement goes, the actual animation, it was lacking a little bit. It's not up there with, the likes of the special and whatnot. But as far as art goes, as far as the character designs and the way everything looked, the general aesthetic, I mean, I struggle to think of an episode that comes even remotely close. It's pretty much everything that I've wanted modern Dragon Ball to be. It was just so good.
I was seeing people commenting saying that it actually looked the way that anime should look, which I think is kind of funny. And people have compared it to the Majin Vegeta fight, which was Yamamuro, as well as the Goku versus Buu fight when he was SS2, which was only in the anime, that was not in the manga. Because it has kind of similar shading, that super, I don't know what you can call it, like that hyper-realistic, but not like human realistic, more like, very detailed kind of look. Even like the stuff, like the shots where you had characters that were sitting in the sidelines that weren't really, fighting, even those shots looked amazing. There's so many amazing shots from this episode. And I don't know about you, man, but the way that I look at these episodes as far as animation quality goes is if there are so many screenshots in an episode that I want to take and frame on my wall, that's how good the episode is. So if I find 10 scenes that I think are beautiful that I want to put on my wall, that's a good episode. This one had like 25.
It was unbelievable. Usually I don't take screenshots until the episode is over and I'm like going through frame by frame. I was taking screenshots as the episode was airing and just tweeting like, oh my god, this is unbelievable. It really did blow me away.
Now, a lot of people were comparing him to Yamamuro, and I think I saw somebody call him Baby Yamamuro, but he seems to have come in here with like a different style. Like, there's probably a little bit of the old school Yamamuro, the Dragon Ball Z Yamamuro in this, but he brought kind of a more of an edge, I want to say.
So his only experience with Yamamuro has been on like the movies and some specials here and there.
Yeah.
But he definitely has like a great respect for the old school designs and old school Yamamuro in particular. Again, in my own breakdown, I pointed out that before the episode aired, he'd been tweeting loads of sketches from Dragon Ball, like practice things, and they were so old school, but they were all referenced that you could tell that he'd been watching Dragon Ball Z, especially throughout all the different arcs, particularly the Buu arc. He was channeling that art style just incredibly well.
And it's funny because, we recently got the staff list for the upcoming episodes, and he's not there. And I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like we've been spoiled by this guy because a lot of people were going nuts over how good the episode looked. And we're not going to get an episode quite like that for quite some time. And I hope he does come back. I mean, I think he will.
It's too early for him to pop up. Most of the supervisors are on a sort of 6 to 8 week rotation. And so it's only been like a week, and he won't have popped up within the next
coming back in
month
December.
or so.
December.
So if we don't know, but if he is coming back, it won't be for at least 6 to 8 weeks at the very least. So the fact that he's not on the staff list now isn't anything to sort of freak out about. If he's not on the next week, okay, fair enough. I mean, it's important to keep in mind that this guy's a freelancer. He's not actually part of Toei. He has, deep ties to the studio and has done loads of stuff for them, but he's not actually part of the Toei animation team.
Yeah, he does whatever he wants. Freelance is pretty much, for those who don't know, he works for whoever contracts him.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's not cheap either. So,
well, I can't imagine, but yeah, probably not.
The thing about him is that I feel like he came into this project with a lot of, like you said, a lot of love for the Buu arc, but a lot of love for Dragon Ball. I feel like he maybe grew up a fan of the series, and I feel like he really wanted to make an episode that was impactful. But what I'm wondering is, did it end up actually doing a little bit of harm? And what I mean by that is, I feel like the episode looks so good, and we're not going to get one quite like that for a while, that maybe the next few weeks people are going to be a little bit underwhelmed as far as how it looks. Like, I feel like he took a dump on every other animator, bro, without really meaning to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because there are plenty of very, very good animators on Super, but all of them, at the very least, kind of honor Yamamuro's modern character designs. You kind of have to if you're on that show on a regular basis. It's somewhat important to keep consistency so that viewers aren't going, well, this looks really different today. I don't really understand. So, I mean, he kind of came along and was like, well, I don't really care about those character designs. I'm just going to do my own thing. So, enjoy. And I mean, it's blown everyone away. And it is kind of disappointing, obviously, that a lot of animators, obviously, aren't doing that. Maybe not by choice. You never know. But yeah, I mean, it's a bit depressing.
Yeah,
which is I was just gonna say. I mean, it's why I made such a point in my video to talk about how Yamamuro isn't bad. He's problematic, and a lot of people don't like his style because obviously it's responsible for why characters are a lot leaner and there's a lot more shine going on. But I mean, as an artist, he's okay. It's just, I mean, Takahashi just kind of showed up and was like, hey, let me just draw kind of how you used to, and let's just show the fans that's how much better it looks. Please do this. So,
and now there's been like a movement from you and your, I guess, team of followers. I don't know what to call them. We got to come up with a clever name for them, bro. You're a Dragon Ball YouTuber now, so we got to come up with a clever name for them. The Super Sandwiches, the Geek Army. We got to come up with one for your people. The Church of Tate. That's it.
Yeah,
there you go.
The Church of Tate. That'll do. Well, it's the Church of Takahashi now, apparently.
That's right. That you have a new god now. And I was going to say, there's been a movement about having this guy come in and replace Yamamuro, but I feel like Yamamuro, as far as designing characters, for those who don't know what we're talking about, there are character sheets that are designed by Yamamuro for the anime. Whenever you see a picture of like a character and you'll see like different shots of their head, like different angles, that's what we're talking about here. And that's so the animation team can actually go in and, emulate that style for it to look how it looks on the show. Toriyama has his designs, don't get me wrong, but then Yamamuro makes an anime version of his design. That's the easiest way to explain it for those who don't understand. But anyways, some people want Yamamuro replaced by Takahashi. But how realistic is that, man? Because Yamamuro's been with this company and been with this franchise for so long. I feel like getting rid of him, I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I feel like unfortunately it's just kind of
politics thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a politics aspect of it, just because he's so tightly knit with Toei and Morishita and whoever, and he's been the Dragon Ball guy. He's designed basically everything since, I don't know, 1997. Like he is Mr. Dragon Ball now. He's as much a part of animated Dragon Ball as Toriyama is in terms of the series. It's kind of, he has a legacy, and it's kind of hard to throw that away in favor of some, young mid-30s guy who happens to be very, very talented. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't see anything big changing, but I feel like if the internet made enough noise, then maybe Toei would take some notice. If you think back to sort of episode 5 and how insane the internet went over that, I feel like you would need something like that, and maybe even Toriyama saying something again like he did back with episode 5. Oh, I'm complaining about the quality of the anime, that thing. I feel like you would just need something colossal to even force a change there.
Yeah, maybe not even like replacing Yamamuro, because I mean, I don't want anybody to lose their job, but maybe at least coming in to help out more. I think that would be a good thing. Because after I watched that episode, man, I was like, can he do the whole series? Obviously not, but I just feel like whenever there's a big fight coming, whether it be the Goku Jiren rematch or Vegeta Toppo or whatever they have planned for us in the future, I feel like this is the guy they got to go to. I'm going to put you on the spot before we get out of here. First of all, everybody check out Anime AJ and check out his breakdown of Super Episode 114. He also has one of Episode 109 and 110 where Takahashi was there as well, doing that spin shot where Goku and Jiren were like face to face, that spinning around thing. That was him. And so I'm going to put you on the spot now, bro. After watching 114, Shida or Takahashi?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say Takahashi, not because he's...
Oh, we have a new champion.
Well, it's not because he's massively better than Shida. It's just, for me, Shida has kind of been doing very similar things lately. There's not been a lot of fresh ideas coming from Shida, whereas a lot of Takahashi's work lately has just been unique animation, on top of obviously incredible character art. So, I'm not knocking Shida. He's still spectacular, but I think as far as coming up with, very original pieces of movement, I think Takahashi is definitely pushing the boat out far more at the moment. It's a sliding scale, so.
You're saying that this dude is younger and he's hungrier, and he wants to, like, I feel like what you're trying to tell me, I don't know the guy, but I'm saying that he's younger, he's hungrier, and he wants to show the world how good he is. I feel like he wants to maybe let the world know that I'm a damn good artist and this is my legacy. That's what the way you're coming off now. He's hungry, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you're an animator like Shida, who's been around for so long, it's not unusual to get in a bit of a rut and kind of play it a little bit safe. Even though Shida's version of safe is phenomenal.
Yes, very detailed.
But Takahashi is obviously, really, really trying right now. Like the Kamehameha that he did in the special was just one of the most brutal, violent, powerful things in that episode. It was unbelievable.
It was amazing. Thank you, AJ, for being here with me and talking about Yuya Takahashi and his greatness. Check out Anime AJ down below and let us know, of course, your thoughts. Do you want Takahashi to come back? And here's the comments I want to hear. The comments I want is, if Takahashi comes back, what dream match in Dragon Ball do you want him to animate? I want you guys to give me your wackiest ideas. Even if it's a Raleigh versus Jiren. That would be amazing done by Takahashi. I want to see it. Let me know down below, and I'll talk to y'all later.